We have a fantastic match that is going on between Afghanistan and England. Now, the first inning is off. Let's go on to my colleague Dev Tyagi, who's going to talk about the scores quickly, and then I'm going to toss it over to Christopher Pofu from Bulawayo. Over to you, Dev.
Two blue sides, only one of them can actually emerge bluer. Two great teams, but only one can emerge the winner.
Score.
284 is what Afghanistan could make. That's despite having started brilliantly with a fantastic 114-run opening run stand.
Chris, I'm going to get you in quickly. Chris, if you can hear us, just say hello, raise your hands.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, lovely. You're in your car. Tell us, is it defendable total, considering that Afghanistan doesn't have great quickies on their side? You, Chris.
Definitely, I'll say the same thing that I said when they played against India. I think it's going to be a competitive cricket game. I believe the score is actually a competitive score, and a score that can bring us a bit of excitement. But that will happen. It depends on how their bowlers come up with their plans. But I would love to see Rashid Khan coming in a little bit earlier than he normally does. That's something he is the man. Yeah.
Good point you've made. Last time he came on the 16th over. I'll get in Tasmin Grandeur. Tasmin, you've played international cricket for some time. Do you think it's a wrong play of delaying the entry of Rashid Khan in the game?
Yeah, definitely. I think, there are those guys that are guaranteed in your squad to always bring a breakthrough for you. So, super important. I'm with Chris on this one. They got to use Rashid Khan a lot earlier than they did in their previous match, because he is the guy that has the ability to be able to come in and cause a bit of a problem.
Absolutely. Rashid Khan can put in a damage. But were you happy with the way they started their innings? Christopher, the batting of Afghanistan, they're always the underdog, but they have no respect and they have no fear for their opponents.
Definitely, I enjoy those first 10 overs to watch. It was absolutely beautiful to watch, and I love it when I see Gurbaz playing the way he was playing, fearlessly, and doing that counter attack to the bowlers. That's the Afghanistan that I love. Yes, sometimes it doesn't come up well, but most of the time, whenever they attack, they become a proper good team.
Well, they've been practicing here. India is their adopted country. Do you think it gives them more purchase? Yeah.
There's a sense of familiarity. Of course, so many Afghan players actually are part of, now an integral part rather, of the famed Indian Premier League. Rashid Khan actually being one of everybody's favorite characters here. They've actually played in Lucknow as well, so many games in the past. So, of course, it's like the adopted home now. And, of course, they're here with all their fury and all their power and talent. And having not actually won any game so far, they would really want to win this.
Tasmin, will the home advantage help Afghanistan of sorts? Home, I say, because they've been practicing here.
Well, definitely the familiarity for them, knowing what the conditions are going to bring probably later in the evening, what the dew can bring. I'm with the thought here that it's not such a big deal that they don't have too many quicks on their side, because in the evening the dew does make the ball come a lot faster to the bat. Maybe them having an extra spin bowling advantage just might work in their favor tonight.
Chris, the dew factor, will it help the fasters or will it just distract the spinners?
For me, it might work, but those guys, like you say, they have played there for quite a long time. And for me, I still believe that this is home advantage for Afghanistan. And their quicks are not as bad as you would think. They're still actually good bowlers. You look at Ohak, he's another guy that can really do a bit of damage. He's not that very fast, but they know how to hit their lengths. And I believe if England are not careful, this could be a very good game to watch tonight.
Well, it's going to be a great game, of course. We are headed there after this discussion. Tasmin, you tell me about the first 15 overs. How would England bat? Will they go with caution or will they just go on with the Baz ball from the first over itself?
I think they better proceed with a bit of caution at the start, obviously, because we've seen how Afghanistan went about the show. They didn't exactly play too many shots and they weren't exactly swinging. Most of their boundary balls came at the loose balls England was bowling up front. So probably, like Chris has said, their seam bowlers have the ability, Afghanistan seamers that is, to be able to continuously hit the same lines and hit the same lengths. If they're consistent enough and England doesn't throw caution to the wind, I believe Afghanistan will definitely strike early.
Well, we've got an amazing stat out here. This is supposed to be the second highest total in the World Cup. Christopher, a small team knocks out the West Indies. Zimbabweans don't qualify, and even
Yeah.
the South Africans had a tough time qualifying for the World Cup. Do you think these guys are of a different DNA and a different mentality when they go out and take on the bigger side, because they're taking on the defending champions tonight at the Arun Jaitley Stadium in Delhi? Your views?
For me, I think the Afghanistan that I'm seeing at the moment, yes, they are the same team that, they did well to qualify for the World Cup. They are actually a fearless team that from a long time. Yes, they were not doing well, but for me, they are one team that at the moment, with the confidence that they haven't won games this World Cup, but I believe that the confidence, even with the score that they put on here, they will definitely give England a run of their money.
They've, after 272 against India, they are at 283. Do you think it's a defendable total when you look at the whole scheme of things, and especially Arun Jaitley Stadium, which is like a belter of a pitch? Your views?
It is a belter of a pitch, but we have to remember that it is a pitch which favoured both Jasprit Bumrah in the last game as well as Rashid Khan. He removed Kishan and Rohit Sharma together. And of course, Bumrah took 4 wickets. So I think it's a surface which will definitely come to assist both. It's just about how early can the Afghanistan spinners unleash themselves on what is a massive and a very, very dangerous English batting order.
We're getting a fresh perspective here, and I would like to get in Tasmin and then Christopher. Tasmin, you were discussing about the throw and the purchase from the pitch. When you seam your ball up, or when you throw it up, pitch it up.
Yeah, definitely.
You want to tell our fans the theory about how and what it does, especially in the Indian condition, and then we'll ratify it from the master speedster, Chris, after you say that.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's a big deal. We've seen the England bowlers didn't get much purchase today in their first 10 overs. They were bowling far too wide of the pitch, and by that time, the batters had a chance to move. Gurbaz did a great job getting his bat on anything that was actually wide of the crease. But if you go back and you look at previous games that have been played on this ground and actually throughout the World Cup thus far, the moment the ball is pitched up at the top of off stump or possibly in the right lines as well, the ball gets a chance to move off the deck and gives a bit of a problem to the batters, being that it might hold up and it might have batsmen reaching at it and trying to play early.
Well, Chris, would you subscribe to this theory?
Definitely, I'm with Tez on that. The only thing that I think also they've got that left arm Sima Faruqi. He's the key man also early with the new ball, because he does swing it quite a bit more than some of the English bowlers. So it will be interesting to see if he does pitch the ball up or what it does. So at the moment, I'll start by trying to see what happens with that length, because you've got a guy like Johnny Pesto. Anything short, he will definitely go after it. So you want to test him on that front foot. He's been bowled quite a few times trying to go for that drive. Test that drive and see what happens out of that wicket.
Chris, one quick question. If they bowl it short, will the square of the wicket will be used more for scoring runs in the wagon wheel? Would you see more of it, or would you see England batters stepping out and taking a charge against the slow bowlers?
Definitely, I think on my side, those guys, doesn't matter whether the square of the wicket is big or small, that shot they still play it at the same time. So, like I said, try and pitch the ball up. Whether they're running down, see what happens out of it.
All right. Dave, there's a battle within battle happening against Rashids, 2 Rashids from 2 different teams. You want to just take us through?
Yeah, 2 amazing Rashids, only one can emerge the winner. And of course, Rashid Khan, the most wickets for Afghanistan as a spinner, 174 dismissals. But today, I just want to quickly stress a point on Mohammad Nabi. He's actually played 150 or of the 155 one-day internationals that Afghanistan have played. He's their man mountain. And what an incredible talent to have. And he would be really expecting his very close friend Rashid Khan to actually skittle the top order or just emerge with quick breakthroughs if Afghanistan actually have a real contest today.
Well, if Afghanistan needs to come in, what is the thing that they need to do apart from taking wickets? How do they build up the pressure before they get into any successful wickets?
I think for me, they definitely need to come out with the thought in mind of attacking with patience, regardless of whether or not they take wickets early on up front and they get the chance where the field is spread. The key for me is definitely going to be patience today. Be it patience with the bat to be able to build partnerships, or patience for the Afghanistan bowlers when they come out and they're not getting the wickets but they're containing the boundaries. I believe eventually England's got to find a time where they go at it.
Chris, who are you supporting today?
Yeah.
You're always seem to be supporting the underdogs.
I'm definitely on the underdog side. I love it when they like this score at the moment. I'm sure something is. There might be a bit of shocking news after this game. So I pray it is today.
Well, for a shocker, we've been waiting for past 10 odd days, but we haven't got a big upset as of now. Could it be the final upset, the first upset of the tournament? We'll have to figure out more. Thank you. I thank all my 3 guests here. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. We'll be back after a short commercial break, and we hope to get an upset today. Thank you.
Israel is at war.
Right now, there's a very, very tense feeling, really, in the entire country.
We have around 9,000 people who lost their life, who was murdered by Hamas terrorists.
2 Hamas terrorists pounced on us with machetes, and they held us for 30 minutes.
We have army forces already beginning and taking action on Hamas.
We're very worried of if she would be able to continue to live like this.
People are really scared, and of course the ongoing situation is escalating only.
She's my light because she's so innocent. She don't know what is alarms.
The local police is also over here. They are with their patrolling cars. In Tel Aviv in Israel with camera person Dinesh Thakur, Akshit Gupta for NewsX. A lot of airstrikes have been taking place over the course of time. We are very near to the Gaza border. The alarm just rang. Now you can also look at the tanks also from a very closer look. You know, the helicopters are also flying now. They are planning for a ground assault into the Gaza.
That is a season where there is a lot of feasting and a lot of fasting. What you eat is important, how much you eat is important, how you eat is important, when you eat is important, how you digest is important, and what you don't eat is important.
When your immune system is a little shaky, you can fall prone to diseases and everything. So ideally, you do this fasting to detoxify your system so that you are prepared for that weather change and to not fall prey to diseases.
Normally आप इस तरीके से फिंगर रखते हैं तो जहाँ पे आपकी फिंगर साइड पे आती है, नी के साइड में, वहाँ पे ST36 आता है, और अगर हम फिंगर की बात करें तो मिडिल फिंगर में आपके सेकंड जो.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.